All right. Good afternoon, Ashley. How are you today?
I'm good. Thank you, Sam, for asking. How are you?
I am doing fantastic. So I'm really excited to chat with you today. I've got your resume here in front of me. So why don't you start by telling me a little bit about what a typical day looks like in your last position?
Okay, my last position with Square Trade, I would once I got in early in the morning, I would jump ahead and kind of start replying to correspondence, like our email correspondence. Check in also our mail from the day before, just in case I have to scan any new documentations. I would deal with a lot of like affidavits, appointments, scheduling, new
Great.
leads for our technicians. So I would kind of jump ahead before I start taking calls because it was very like multitasking. Not only my filing orders and appointments from like correspondence, but I'm also doing it like via the phone. Um, so then I would jump on the phone, start taking phone calls, troubleshooting, confirming appointments, confirming with the technicians and with our clients.
Great. Fantastic. Tell me a little bit about some of the computer software that you were using in that position.
So with my previous job, very, familiar with Oracle, SAP. One that we've used in multiple is Salesforce. We use it for our leads, for also for filing any claims. And I also used it at Millipore as well, my previous employer before Square Trade. So Salesforce, Oracle, SAP, Microsoft Excel is a big one.
Great.
Like Microsoft Word, Microsoft Office was, so anytime we did have any like projects, it would be on Microsoft anytime like I had to do like a presentation.
Fantastic. Now, I want to circle back to Excel a little bit. Tell me some of the functions that you were utilizing Excel for.
Excel, oh, our appointments, also budgeting, any type of like audits when it had to do like receiving payment or refunding our technicians.
Great.
Again, so a lot of like appointment scheduling and auditing.
Okay, fantastic. Love that. Now, if you weren't sitting with me here today, how do you think your previous coworkers would describe your work ethic?
I'm one of like the positive ones. And then I'm also very competitive. You give me a goal. I'm not only going to try to meet it, but I'm going to try to exceed it. A lot of so like very goal oriented, very competitive, really like just kind of like a perfectionist.
Okay. Now, so being a perfectionist is fantastic,
Mhm.
but sometimes things don't go as planned, right? So
True.
tell me about a time that you were in an administrative role where things did kind of go a little bit awry, or maybe you uncovered that some errors had been made. Tell me about how you identified it, course corrected it, and got things back on track. How would you handle that
Oh,
type of situation?
that one's an easy one because I was always kind of like the go-to one. Growing up dyslexic, I am used to just kind of going over my work, so I'm quick to catch any type of errors. For instance, we worked with an office outside of the US, and I think because of the language barrier, there was always errors.
Yep.
Um, so it would either just be like the timing, or they would pair a technician with a client that was in a separate state. My most recent one, I remember they were calling me and they're like, they were waiting for their appliance to arrive. And when I look, their appliance had gone, their replacement had gone to a previous address that they hadn't had in like so many years.
Yep.
So I had to go ahead, hurry up, call the company that was shipping the replacement, cancel it. I'm like, no, do not replace it. They no longer live there, and find new units in the correct state that can be shipped as quickly as possible. I believe it was for like a washer and dryer.
Great.
But that's something that happened all the time. Or payments too. Sometimes the payments would go to like the wrong technician. So it's just, catching those errors, refunding it, and getting it to the correct client.
Okay, fantastic. Now, this is my last question, but it's one of my favorite, actually. What's the most important thing to you about the next company that you work for?
I want to find my forever home. Is what I want to find like a job that I am like. I love Square Trade, absolutely love, 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 love Square Trade. I thought that was going to be my forever home. Our site director passed away. And then after that, it just really hasn't been the same. They've been hiring mostly from the outside. So I want to find a place where like, because in all my jobs, I have always won awards and contests, and I participate and I give so much to the company that I just want to find my forever home where I can grow with the company, and just be proud and stick to our core values basically. And because I'm really big on core values and just, I want to represent a company, and know that it's being noticed. So kind of like my forever home where I can retire from proudly.
Absolutely. Well, I love that. And I know my client will too. So, Ashley, I'm
Yeah.
going to stop the recording and chat with you a little bit more if that sounds good.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.